our panel mentioning it in part one, the European Union, the United Nations, Hillary Clinton, Mike Pompeo, all among those condemning what happened at Lekki Toll Plaza on Tuesday. The stars are out as well, everyone from Rihanna and the actor Idris Elba taking to social media, as well as the likes of Kanye West and Queen Bee herself, Beyonce, on Instagram, calling on fans to donate to specific Nigerian charities and advocacy groups after Manchester United's win over PSG Tuesday. Nigerian striker Odion Gallo was blunt.
We are calling you guys, the UN, to see to the matters. And I want to call my brothers and sisters back home to remain safe. Be indoors, please don't come out. Because these governments, they are killers. And they will keep killing if the world did not talk about this. God bless you all and remain safe. One Nigeria. We move.
The world is talking about it, Emmanuel Igah. How do you explain that? The fact that you've had all these reactions from around the globe. I mean, we've had a lot of fatalities since the start of the week in Guinea, for example, after the presidential elections. But Nigeria's captured the world's attention.
Well, I think many Nigerians will say at last, because for days on end, over 1 week, 10 days, these demonstrations have been on with millions of Nigerians out in the street, only asking for justice to be done, asking for employment, asking for better governance, etc. They were out there in the street. But they didn't seem to be seeing much international interest in the media on it. I think what has changed the whole thing now is when on Tuesday, this thing turned into a situation of massacre of the youths, where we don't know yet how many youths may have died. Amnesty International says 12, but a lot of them have been injured. And of course, when it takes this turn, then of course all the media have to turn their attention on Nigeria. But it's true, many of the showbiz, because Nigeria is very active in the world showbiz. A lot of our musicians and stars in Nigeria really called up their friends in the USA, Kanye West, all those people like Davido. They were very, very active, calling their friends over there so that they could talk about it and get the media to talk about it. So Nigerians now can be happy to at least see that there is total world attention on what is going on.
Benga Sisan, let's turn back the clock to when the rest of the world was not paying so much attention to these protests. They don't fit a traditional pattern. A lot of the disgruntlement, I know, is the police, trying to shake down people like yourself because you're upwardly mobile in the tech sector. Describe a little bit the antagonism that's there.
I'm even a bit lucky. I'm a lot older now. I'm 43, and the profile, unfortunately, happens to be the cream of our intellectual capital, which is young people who are like literally hitting their heads against the wall to make a success of many of their ventures. By the way, when those young people do succeed, the government will be the first to release a statement to say, oh, this example of a Nigerian. And what has happened is we've got this corrupt and, terrible, brutal unit that takes advantage of many things, including accusation of young people of committing cybercrime. So things like owning an iPhone or an expensive phone, or things like, looking a certain way to them, like, sporting dreadlocks or driving a Benz or anything considered flashy. We've had scenarios of people who have literally died because they were accused of driving a car that they cannot afford, or who have disappeared and have been in police custody. But, I know you were talking a bit about international attention a while ago. While I'm glad that is happening right now, I think that, it is not even the most important part of this conversation. The most important part of this is that for once, Nigerians across the political spectrum, Nigerians across, the natural fault lines like religion, like age that were, taken advantage of before, across all those spectrums, everyone seems to have a story of the brutality either of the police or of this particular unit, and that's one of the reasons why the NSAS protest and campaign has been successful. Because unlike other things that maybe it's just the middle class that can feel it, this goes all the way to even the top echelon of society.